It's
2 minutes early.
6:01. Well, if we're going by the 6:03 rule standard,
that's the thing now.
We're early.
If it's not 6:03, if we beat that, then we're early.
Are we live? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to LEGO livestream / ask us anything / catch up with us after all of our adventures. Because I've been MIA for...
When was our last LEGO stream?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. It had to have been the 23rd?
Sure.
1, 2...
Wait, March 23rd?
I think it might have been.
What day is it?
Because Did we do one the 30th?
Oh my goodness.
We may have done one on the 30th. No. Wait. Did we? I can't remember.
It doesn't matter. We're here now. That's all that matters. We made it. Sean Room is right. Nothing like a good LEGO stream to celebrate getting over COVID. That I know is about you getting over COVID, but it's about me too. I got over COVID. We both did.
2 weeks ago. Okay. That was our last one. Congratulations, everyone, getting over COVID.
I think I have the stream up on my computer. I can hear myself talking.
Okay. Hilo's going to go turn it off.
BRB.
Well, yeah. Hopefully everyone's recovered from celebration and is feeling good. I'm mostly recovered, I think. It's still been pretty non-stop. Is this right? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's been so long I forgot how to build Legos. But yeah, we've reached this mini little calm point of there's no more Mando. Survivor comes out in a week, so we have a little bit of a respite.
I'm just over here giving Hilo kisses. Hi.
Oh,
you went in
Hilo's
my lap.
got
You gotta come around.
something to say.
Oh.
His tail has been just causing chaos. We just filmed the Q&A, and he just kept wandering in and out, knocking things over. Thanks so much, Hilo.
I see a wild blue bantha milk co in the chat.
Oh.
Says, the real question, do you miss me? Yes, obviously.
I'm still mad at you because you gave us Tim Tams. And I don't know if people know, but Tim Tams have a 0.5 out of 5 health rating, and I ate a whole box of them. So
You did not.
I mean, collectively, between the original flavor and the caramel, salted caramel, whatever that he salted caramel brownie, like as if a Tim Tam isn't rich enough.
I am just struggling today. I think I had one or two of the salted caramel brownie ones, and then I had one original last night. I feel like I've been doing pretty good at keeping that at bay.
Well, you don't need to flaunt it. You don't need to brag.
MC Lego Boy says, you guys were on vacation. You can have a few cheat days. Yeah. Yeah. We were celebrating at the end of Mandalorian last night. That was our cheat day. But yes, we miss you, and I wish we had eaten more pies together. More meat pies.
Yeah.
In London. When I say you can't be mad, I mean you should not, because it's bad for your health, and I made you unhealthy with Tim Tams.
Yeah, I'm already unhealthy thanks to you, so I have to be healthy in other ways.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk a lot about London and what that was like, but we've already got quite a few super chats racking up here, so I'm going to start with this first one because I thought it would be a fun start to the conversation. From Barista Lopez, thank you so much. Do you ever use Star Wars lingo in your daily lives? My go-tos are Carabast and Stay on Target.
Lingo. I'm not sure. I definitely quote Star Wars a lot. But do I just say, lingo? I'm not sure. Do I? I feel like you would notice more than I would. And vice versa.
I'm sure that we do. Now I'm trying to think, I thought that we would have so many answers for this, and now I'm like, wait, do we?
I don't use Star Wars swears. I've never said dank ferric on purpose. I think I've probably called someone a moof milker before.
The Real Doomslayer 420 says, I like to call people regs. I think we've called
I do say that, yeah.
people regs before.
Yeah.
Like, if they're not hardcore Star fans, they're regs.
Star fans.
Star Wars fans. Or Star fans.
It's like, I don't want that to come off as insulting, but I would call, like, my parents regs. Of, like, you know, they watch the movies, they keep up with The Mandalorian. That's about it. People who don't read the books and stuff, I would consider them regs. And it's like, I hope that doesn't come off as insulting. It's just like, it's more like you're a normal person with a healthy attachment to this franchise.
A healthy attachment.
Yeah. If anything, it's a compliment.
Blue Bantha Milk says, there was a waiter at the Toilet Cafe in London who busted out "This is the way" completely unprompted.
Nice.
I wasn't in any Star Wars gear at the time. Wow.
Oh.
I'm impressed.
Did they do that on purpose? Or could they just tell you were a nerd?
Or maybe they were pointing out where the real bathroom is. This
Yeah.
is the way.
Yes, Matt was just peeing in the middle of the cafe. Sir?
Alexander, thank you so much. They said, Mollie, awesome t-shirt. This is my one of two, I think, 2 or 3 shirt purchases from Celebration. Just the new Acolyte logo on it. All the shirts that I ended up getting were black. And I'm like, what am I doing? I have so many black t-shirts already. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Black and blue. I have a lot of blue t-shirts as well. And I got that Blue Harvest shirt, which is blue.
At least you're switching it up. That's nice. Anakin Crespin has the next super chat. Hello, beautiful people. Oh, stop. Have you seen the Black Series Cobb Vanth / Cad Bane 2-pack, and are you totally getting one? And how about that amazing Black Chrysanthemum?
I already pre-ordered that one, yeah.
So we totally are getting one.
Yep, totally am. That's a Target exclusive. The Chrysanthemum looks great too. I'm not gonna get that one because I already have too many characters. Like, I felt like I was so smart at one point saying, I'm just gonna collect every piece of merchandise for like these specific characters. And like Biggs was pretty easy. And then I got cocky and then I did Max Rebo next. Mm-hmm. Also pretty easy to get all that, but he's had a real resurgence lately. 2 years in a row he had Celebration shirts that I had to go get. And a plushie that I now have over on my piano.
Well, they were really cool about that plushie too, because when we were in there, they only had the 3-packs left.
He specifically said, don't tell anyone this.
I'm telling the whole internet this. What was his name?
I don't know. But you're doing something he asked us not to do.
Well, sorry, mister, but you are a hero.
They were out of the single Max Rebos, and he opened a 3-pack for me and gave me that one, so I didn't have to buy.
I think did we go on Sunday or Monday?
It was Sunday.
Like, we stupidly waited until Sunday to go, and I say that because there was like so much stuff that I wanted that they were out of by then. That black jean jacket with all the patches on it, but yeah, he was nice enough to just rip open a 3-pack and give us the Max. Not give it to us. We paid for it.
Yeah, we still paid for it, obviously. But he handed it to me and said, "Don't tell anyone."
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, but I told you. I told you. I passed it along to you.
Well, you broke his rule then, telling me about it.
That's true. Shoot, you got me there.
But yeah. Oh, it's cute. It's got like little beanie things at the bottom, so it stays upright.
Although part of me was like, I felt a little guilty about leaving Droopy McCool behind, but I already collect too many things.
At this point, yeah, now I want the other 2.
Oh, but what was I saying? Oh, like I was so smart collecting just a handful of stuff here or there And then I chose Cobb Vanth, and they're making a lot of Cobb Vanth stuff, which I love, but I'm like, my strategy is no longer working.
I see Lauren Romo in the chat that says, Mollie, Twilight rewatch group party win, wink, hashtag Team Edward. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this, the idea of a Twilight show coming. I am not ashamed to say that I enjoy Twilight, and I very much enjoy my Twilight rewatches every year.
Well, I'm glad that you found someone to watch it with you.
I'm happy to watch it by myself. But yeah, I'll have a whole internet worth of people to geek out over Twilight stuff if that show comes through.
Yeah, that's like the thing now is, okay, so we already made movies of all these properties, but now we're going to make series of them as well. So Harry Potter, which that announcement was baffling because they were like, we're doing a TV series. They still used the same logo, the same castle, John Williams' music. And it's like, well, how is this going to be different except longer? Like, it'll be longer and have a different cast.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So weird. Jill, her first reaction to that news was like, or to the Twilight news, I think, she said, I'd rather have this than the Harry Potter show. Because, like, yeah, the Harry Potter thing seems so strange. With everything going on with J.K. Rowling, do we need a Harry Potter show right now?
It all sounds strange of just, you already adapted this. But okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Chris L., thank you for the next super chat. How do you think the Batch is going to find Tantiss?
I have no idea.
They'll use their spidey senses.
They'll probably team up with Rex. I mean, I feel like that's going to be a group effort because there are other clones there. So I think it's going to be a group effort to save everyone and not just Crosshair and Omega. So they do have some inside intel somewhere, according to Rex and Echo. There are clones within the Empire still feeding them information. So maybe that's how?
I think the obvious answer here is Saw Gerrera. He'll come back and hopefully apologize for causing the death of Tech. But, like, I don't know. It feels like he could come back and be the one to point them in the right direction.
Maybe. But we know that he is alive later on in the timeline, so no one took vengeance on him.
True.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's my guess.
Probably in some way that I could never guess.
Yeah, probably. We'll be like, oh, that makes sense.
But they did get close. Like, Echo and his team got close to finding out where Tantiss was. So maybe it'll be something where every episode or every couple episodes they get more information that will build up and they'll be able to connect all the dots. Wrecker's going to have a cork board with the red string. And that one's not going to mean anything, but Hunter will have his own.
Yeah.
He'll have his own file.
His will be like pictures of food and a roller coaster and a teddy bear. And you'll just be like, yeah, I see all the connections here. Shaq Fu, thanks for the next super chat. Who would win in a fistfight? Mollie, the Maverick Damon, or Daisy, the Last Jedi Ridley? They stay friends and no lasting injuries afterwards. Ooh, I mean, I feel like Daisy probably has had more proper training than I have. But I can throw hands, you know.
Would you fight dirty?
I grew up kind of poor. I know how to fight.
Would you fight dirty?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You'd fight dirty against Rey? I guess that's...
Not against Rey, against Daisy Ridley.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Daisy Ridley's definitely taller than I am, but I don't know. We're probably either the same weight or I bet I'm heavier than she is. She's a little scrawny.
You think you can take Daisy Ridley? You think you can take The Last Jedi?
I just said probably not, but I'll try.
Guess if you fight dirty, if you're willing to go be all Sith about it. So I don't think I could take anyone in any Star Wars cast. Maybe Anthony Daniels.
I bet he fights dirty too. He has to. Maddie Gunner said, I'll corner you, Mollie. Thanks. With Maddie's help and Maddie's training, I think I can do this.
But Daisy's gonna have a bunch of Force ghosts cornering her.
That's true. She'll be like, I'm all the Jedi, and I'll be like,
oh man.
But remember, this is Daisy Ridley, not Rey.
You're right. I can't separate the two. I'm in too deep.
Carlisle the Cinephile, thanks for the next question. I'm working on planning a D&D campaign set during the High Republic era. Do you have any interesting ideas for potential plot hooks? You guys have read far more than I have. Ooh. I mean, there has to be a love triangle in there somewhere. Like, you come across a former lover of one of the Jedi, and they're like, uh-oh.
Well, that's often up to the players. They're going to make their own love triangles.
That's true.
For a situation or scenario, I would suggest something like Into the Dark. Like, if you wanted to keep it in the High Republic, specifically with the Nile and everything, Into the Dark starts with a Jedi transport and several other ships. They have to exit hyperspace for safety, and they kind of stumble across this old abandoned space station, and then they have to investigate it. So that could be something really interesting for your players to just investigate this space station out in the middle of nowhere, and they're kind of trapped there. That I would like that as an adventure setup.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you have to run into the Nameless.
Yeah. That's only thing.
Ooh, and if there are any Jedi in your party, they automatically get knocked out. And it's like...
Honestly, that's a really...
That gives the non-Jedi members of your party a chance to,
to shine.
To really shine.
I like that.
Yeah. You could visit Jeddah and go to the Crystal Mirrors? The Kyber Mirrors. That could be a fun little side quest adventure thing. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities.
The Nameless, I'm like, the only thing about them is I don't know how to kill them, so I don't know how a combat against them would go. Or maybe you don't do combat and they just mess with you.
It's just like a losing battle, and you have to eventually just retreat. Ooh, it'd be cool to go to the planet from A Test of Courage that has acid rain.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
There was something else that I thought of. Oh, you come across members of the Path, the Path of the Chosen Hand?
Open Hand.
Open Hand. So many words. The Path of the Open Hand.
You can just say the Path.
And you have to argue with them.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, that'd be fun, though, to roll, like, persuasion and try to convince them to stop.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Ooh, I like this next one. Thank you, Shaq Fu, for the next super chat. Do you think Rebecca and Ted Lasso will or should fall in love? I think that's where this show is headed. I think they're going to have to do some serious work to convince me that that is how it should be. Because, like, up until now, their relationship has been completely platonic and, like, just friends. Like, really good friends, but, like, no real physical attraction, if that makes sense.
I think I agree with you. There was a time in season 2 where they kind of hinted that they were texting, and it turned out to be Sam and not Ted. But we were like, oh, and that was kind of an interesting thing, but then it wasn't that. So I think I say no. That's not something I'm rooting for. Ted texted her a lot, like in this past episode, and she was off doing, in case people haven't seen it, she was off doing something else. And so he was like, are we okay? So there was a little bit of maybe him just wanting to hang out with her as friends, but there could be more to that. But I think I would prefer them just stay good friends.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of people are saying they liked Boat Guy.
That's what I meant by she was off doing something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This season's been kind of strange because we don't know where this is headed, and all of her stuff with the psychic and the stuff about wanting a baby, and I don't know.
I'm glad that they got Ted back to a point where he's like going to be a coach again. I've been missing that this season and last season, frankly. That in season 1 he comes in and he acts like a coach, and he doesn't know anything about football, but he knows how to make a team gel. And lately he hasn't been doing as much of that. But the latest episode showed him kind of start to get into it more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this season goes. This is the last season, right?
I think so.
We do have like 7 episodes still, 6 or 7.
I think 7. I think there's 12 episodes, yeah.
So we've still got a long ways to go. I see people giving Colin and Trent love. I do love their little side
that was nice.
Story. Anakin Crespin has the next super chat. You don't have to get into specifics or anything, but how did you feel about the endings to Hidden Empire, The Blade, and the newest issue / arc of Yoda?
Let's see. Yoda, let's start with that one. I liked it a lot. I love Yoda just doling out wisdom, which you knew he was going to. It's a series all about him. And I really liked what he had to say about one Padawan sensed the dark side in another one and then attacked them because they had a vision of the future of this Padawan doing something terrible. And Yoda said something like to that Padawan, well, do you sense the dark side in me? And the Padawan was like, of course not. And Yoda was like, well, you should, because the dark side's in all of us, and it's not a battle that you win once and then like, okay, beat the dark side, never again. It's like a daily thing where the dark side's always present. And I liked Yoda being like, the dark side is in me too. It's in all of us. It's
Prove
part of the Force.
Yoda.
Yeah. Do something bad, Yoda.
That's like the saying, I woke up today and chose violence. Like, you have to wake up every day and choose a side.
And choose not that. But yeah, I think that's right. I'll save Hidden Empire for last. What was the second one? Blade.
The Blade.
Yeah, the Blade was cool. I don't know yet how it's going to tie into everything else. Like, it was a very standalone story. But the fact that it's going to be followed up by The Broken Blade in Phase 3, I'm like, okay, this is going to be important. I just don't know why yet. But I loved seeing Porter be awesome. And I liked Barash and seeing the origin of the Barash vow. And then Hidden Empire was cool. I was a little disappointed that there wound up not being a Sith in the Fermata cage and that it was all a trap. But I think they hinted at it enough that I was ready for it.
What was in there?
Nothing. It was all a trap to try to trap Palpatine and Vader in it.
Oh.
So, like, it's a device that does work, and it can trap people in time. And Kira was like, there's a Sith in here, and I'm going to let them out. And then when they showed up, she was like, JK, I'm going to put you in it.
Oh.
But then the Knights of Ren decide the Sith are going to come out on top on this, so they ruin her plan and blow up the cage. And
Smart.
That's how they start working for Palpatine.
Interesting. These are all comic books, by the way.
Yeah.
And I have not read any of them, so I'm just along for the ride, just like you guys.
But yeah, I really liked Hidden Empire. I'm glad that I'm just to avoid spoilers in case people are reading it. I liked the conclusion for Kira within that series.
Good to know.
I'll say that.
I'm excited for that book. The
Yeah.
the E.K. Johnston Kira book.
Crimson Climb,
Yeah.
I think.
Calixto, thank you for the next super chat. Did you try any good beer in London? Had a lot of good beer. We tried one of the, what do they call them? Cask beers, or like the
Cask Ales.
cask ale, the like old school way of making beer. It was all right. It was like, honestly, like it tasted kind of watered down to me, but we had a lot of lagers that were really good.
I really liked Camden Hells. I'm afraid that that's just like our version of Bud Light. Or like it's probably just a really basic beer, but I liked it. So
Maddie and Sean both said Camden Hills. Yeah, it was good.
that was the first beer I had over there at a pub, and I was like, I would like a lager, and they were like, we have this, and I was like, sounds great, and then it was. I really liked it.
Honestly, I wish we had tried more beers. Like, I wish we had gone to a brewery or something like that. But once we got to Celebration, anytime we went to a bar, I was just like, what is the most bang for my buck right now? And I ended up drinking a lot of gin. It was, yeah, a lot of gin and tonics were had, but they make them so weak over there. I was so disappointed. Like, anytime we ordered a double, it was like a very weak double.
Uh-oh, just broke something. How are you supposed to put
Do you
this
want
on?
Do you want me to move
Yeah, I might need you to move him.
this little guy?
Oh, I'm putting it on wrong. I think.
I did try a cider that I liked, but I can't remember what it was called.
It's coming together.
Oh, hey! It
What-
actually looks like the Razor Crest now.
What time is it?
6:29.
Great. I'm on pace. I have 3 more bags. I'm going to try to finish this today, which would be fitting to have the Mandalorian wrap up, and then we finish the Mandalorian Lego build. Then we'll build something else for a while, and then in June I'm saving the Raiders of the Lost Ark diorama. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah. But yeah, I wish I had tried some more like really strong beers and strong ales over there, but we just like ran out of time. Had too much to do.
That is true.
Copperberg was one of the ciders people are talking about. I think I tried that. I can't remember.
I don't think I had any ciders.
I only had 1 or 2. I wish I had had more. Gotta drink more next time, I guess. Cavtastic has the next super chat. Thank you. Thoughts on the possible entrance of Mount Tantiss for the new shows and movies, it being a plot point for Thrawn, and the usage of possibly Sparty clones?
Yeah. You said that right.
Oh. Gideon's clones may be Sparty clones. What
Yeah.
are Sparty clones?
I don't think they're gonna get into that level of detail in the shows, but Sparty cylinders were what clones were grown in Legends.
Oh.
Back before, like when Timothy Zahn was writing his trilogy, he didn't know what the Clone Wars even were. So he was just like making up technology and stuff. I don't really think they're gonna dive into that, but I mean, yeah, any clone created in a kind of tube like that, like Gideon was, that I was like, oh, Sparty cylinder.
Interesting. I've never heard
I
that.
do think there's a possibility of Mount Tantiss being in Thrawn or being built up to it in the live action stuff.
Yeah. I don't know that we're gonna go there in live action, but it could be mentioned.
I think we could. If they're going to do a Heir to the Empire adaptation, which who knows if they are or not, but I could see it happening. I think Bad Batch will wrap up first, and then maybe in the movie we'll see Mount Tantiss in live action. Because if Dave Filoni is writing and directing this movie and he knows what he wants to do, he might be working with animation a little bit to help establish those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Calixto has another super chat. Went to Celebration, stayed in London, and just came back yesterday. I'm very sick today. No COVID, though. Congrats on no COVID. I think almost everybody I know who went to Celebration got sick afterwards. At least a little bit. Not everybody got COVID, but like everyone was kind of just like in rough shape.
I mean, we were expecting to come back sick.
Yeah.
Just con crud is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
con crud plus all the travel, being on planes. Like, I've managed to dodge con crud at DragonCon the past couple of times that we've gone, and definitely wearing masks 2 years ago probably helped with that. But a convention like Celebration, where we're meeting a bunch of new people, shaking a lot of hands, traveling, being on planes, we fully expected to get sick. But
yeah,
hopefully you have a swift recovery and get some rest. Honestly, like, I got some really good quality sleep and rest because I had COVID, and I'm kind of thankful. Calm Like a Bomb, aka 12th Dragon, thank you for the next super chat. Which announcement are you most excited for? I assume that means
I'm gonna guess
Celebration news. Acolyte looks so freaking dope. Hence the shirt.
I think, the movies is what we talked about the most. Having 3 movies in the pipeline. I mean, potentially more, because Kathleen Kennedy said Taika Waititi is still writing his movie. Like, that hasn't been put away.
Mm-hmm.
But just having some concrete information about the movies was nice. But of all the footage we saw, the Acolyte got me the most psyched.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie news kind of came as a complete shock for us, and like for I think a lot of people in that room. So that was probably the most shocking news that we weren't expecting. But I'm the most excited for the Acolyte. The footage that they showed looks incredible. The choreography looks so good. Like,
the fight choreography was sick.
All the Jedi. There's like a lot of alien species coming in, and a lot of lightsabers. I don't know.
It looked like a really strong balance between the Mandalorian with its pulpiness and Andor with its more serious tone. Like, I think they're gonna strike a balance between the two, which sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Super excited. Have no idea when it's coming out, though.
Just 2024.
Yeah. Ronan Unchained, thanks for the next one. Buenos dias, Mollie and Alex. Glad to have met you at Celebration. Bummed I didn't ask for a photo outside the Starbucks. Can't wait for Japan 2025. Yeah, it was great to meet you. I think I remember that.
I do. I remember we only met one person at Starbucks.
We only went to that Starbucks once, because all the other times we walked past it, we didn't have time to stop in there. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for pictures. We took a lot of pictures with a lot of people over the weekend, but yeah, Japan. Was not expecting the next Celebration to be in Japan.
Yeah, we were like, surely it'll be Orlando.
I mean, that's what I was hoping for. Like,
would have been nice for us, yeah.
Japan is a place that I'm excited to visit. However, after going to London for Celebration, like, it's just a lot to deal with. We do a lot during Celebration, so I'm just afraid of how, like, stressed out we'll be, especially with how long the trip is.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about Japan yet. I'm excited, but I'm also, like, kind of dreading
we're
that
debating
travel time.
Going. we're not sure we're gonna go yet, but
right, because I mean the price that we're gonna have to pay to get over there, we could easily take a trip to New Zealand, which we've been wanting to do for years. Yeah. But I am excited for everyone in Japan that is excited to go, and all of our Australian friends who are excited to stay in their time zone for once.
So if we go, I think we would just go for a lot longer. To make it worth it, because the celebration part of it is so much fun, but it's not relaxing.
Yeah.
So if we went out, we would just go, we would do celebration, and then we would probably just stay for much longer than we were there for 5 days in London beforehand. I think if we stayed for a week afterwards.
Well, I don't know. Would we want to do after or before again?
That's true, because a lot of people who stayed after got sick, and yeah.
My issue is, if we do it beforehand, it feels hard to relax because we're so just kind of anxious about celebration. If we do it afterwards, there's a good chance we'll be sick. So it's hard to pick. And honestly, it just feels like after doing London celebration, it was fun. We got to do a lot of cool stuff, but none of it felt like a vacation. It was just hard to relax.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Well, I mean, The Mandalorian was still on. There was just a lot of stuff that we still continued to do.
Yeah. Maddie says, I've heard Japan has the best karaoke spots. Just saying. That is true. You still need to go through with the challenge on karaoke with Triad.
Goose freed me of that after I danced with the drag queen.
Oh, okay. Good.
And then we sang in our hotel room anyway.
Yeah, so. That's true. You made your own karaoke.
Yeah. Speaking of Goose, I have his hat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this has no hole in the back of it. It's not going to fit over my hair.
Yeah.
What are you going to do now?
Stole your hat. We were shoving stuff into our suitcases because a ton of people came to our room the night that we were gonna, our last night. And so we went to bed really late / early, and then had to wake up and get to the airport, which we barely made it to our flight. But I was shoving stuff into my suitcase, and I was like, there's Goose's hat. I'm keeping this so I can give it back to him. Whenever he sends me his shipping address, I'll send it back. But
yeah, we weren't going to just leave it in the hotel.
Yeah. But I have been enjoying pretending that I'm going to hold it ransom.
Myriad Media Musings, thanks for the next super chat. Visions Volume 2 and Jedi Survivor launch at your respite. Very excited for both of those.
Yeah. So we have the Vision screeners. We haven't had time to watch them yet.
Yeah. We've had them for 2 days, and with the Mando finale and getting ready, getting ready for Survivor, we just haven't had time to watch them. But we'll probably get into those this weekend.
Yeah, I think so. Just spread. Last time we watched them all in one sitting, and that was a mistake, just because even though they're short, we were kind of burned out by the end. So I think if we watch 2 or 3 at a time, that'll be good. But we can't. The embargo isn't up until May 3rd anyway. So it's we have time to watch them. I still have to finish the canon timeline video anyway. So there's still plenty on our plates.
I want to say, because Sean Room said, "Oh man, our bad guys."
No, it's all right.
I loved having everybody in our room.
It was super fun. I made the joke. It wasn't a joke, but on Twitter after we were home and everything, and Charlie posted a picture of everyone. I was like, "We almost missed our flight because of you monsters." It's not. We made it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
No regrets.
That was a stressful trip to the airport, but
yeah, I had my the ETA, like, estimated time of arrival, I was just pulling it up and watching it go up and down in London traffic, and I was like, oh my gosh. We got there an hour before the flight took off, which means we just barely got our luggage onto the plane.
I think by the time we got in the building, we had 45 minutes to get through security and check our bags and everything. So, like, when we went in to check our bags, there was someone out there saying last call for the flight to Atlanta to check bags, and we were like, oh my God.
And then Mollie had to throw away a bunch of liquids.
Oh my God. Don't get me started on
Don't even get me started.
the frickin' airport. I don't understand why they're so strict about putting all your liquids in their own little frickin' plastic baggie. Like, I had everything in travel sizes, but, you know, I have a lot of products. I need a lot of products to keep this looking so good. So we go through security, and I'm like, surely they're not going to make me take all of these tiny bottles out and put them in their stupid plastic bags. And that's exactly what they wanted me to do. And so I just stood there. I opened all of my bags, and I threw away, like, most of them. And I was trying to pick out the ones that I, you know, had in a full size, or, like, not a full size, but, like, stuff that I had paid really good money for and didn't have in a little travel size bottle. Anyways, ooh, I wanted to hurt her. Because here's the thing. I had forgotten about one of my many bags of liquids in a different bag, and it went right through, no problem. So they're not even freaking checking. They don't care. So I could have just been like, yeah, they're all in bags. This is all the liquids I have, and sent it through, and it probably would have been fine.
My toothpaste made it through A-OK.
Anyways, we're fine now.
We're all fine here now.
Hudsonizer, thanks for the next super chat. The Ahsoka trailer was amazing. So obviously, Balin's skull is real Avaros, right? I don't think he had enough swagger to be real Avaros.
I don't know. Ray Stevenson.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Can he get it?
I was going to say he can get it. I think he can get it.
All right.
I don't think real Avaros is that evil. He's like a bit of a maverick, but I don't think he's evil. But that's Hudsonizer's Glepshido.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I loved that trailer too. The music in that trailer is so good that it gets me psyched every time I hear it. I really hope that is Kevin Kiner's music in the trailer. I know often trailer music is just made by a completely different composer, but I dug it.
Yeah, we got really excited when they officially announced that Kevin Kiner was doing the music for Ahsoka.
I mean, just like, you know, Dave Filoni, we're excited for him to have a movie. I'm excited for Kevin Kiner to step out of the animation world and into live action. Not that, like, there's any elitism there, but it does seem like sometimes creators can get put into a box where it's like, you are our animation director and that's it. So having him be like, no, you're Ahsoka's composer. Like, come along. I'm glad they're doing that.
Alan Simpson says, Alex, where did you get that watch band?
Where did I get it?
I got it for you.
I know, that's...
I think they're called Moby Fox or something. Like
that sounds right.
The company name. They make a ton of, like, franchise watch bands. They do, like, Marvel stuff. They do Star Wars. They do Stranger Things. I think it's called Moby Fox. I could be wrong.
I do think there's a fox involved in the logo.
Yeah.
Actually, I could check and see if it's written down. No, there is a fox printed on the inside, but otherwise it says Lucasfilm and Star Wars on it.
I'm sure if you Google...
Mollie just had an inside fart.
I hope the microphone did not pick that up. It's drinking wine on an empty stomach. Heyo. Gio Flores. What's up, Gio? Thanks for the next super chat. Hey again, guys. When's the next book club? So I briefly talked about this on Discord yesterday, but the next book club will be in a few weeks. We'll be probably well into May before we do another book club, and it'll be for Cataclysm.
We're gonna do Cataclysm. That's next. And then... yeah, that's what's next. And then Path of Vengeance comes out in early May, May 2nd.
Oh, can we show how big that book is?
Sure. It's buried over there. I had so much stuff from Celebration on this desk that I had to move off. It's under, all that. So now I just have piles of stuff on my office room floor. But Path of Vengeance is a monster.
Cataclysm, the audiobook is already 15, 16 hours. So that's going to be... it's going to be a while before I finish that. But this monster... it's
517 pages, I think.
She's heavy. She's thick.
That is by far the longest High Republic book. I think it's longer than Shadow of the Sith.
I will say it's a slightly smaller book, so it could just be that the way that the pages are printed, maybe?
Most of the young adult books are not that long.
517 pages. Oh boy. Ooh. What is the chapter on this? 61 chapters.
There are a lot of chapters, so they should be... it's a Cavan Scott book. They're probably going to be short, fast-paced chapters. It's going to be 500 pages of pain.
Yeah.
Oh, put our little British bot.
Our Britbot?
Our British B1 battle droid. The B stands for British. But yeah, we will be doing a Cataclysm book club in May, and then we'll probably do Path of Vengeance in May as well, but end of May, early June, somewhere around there.
Hi, Chase! I was so sad that I didn't go on the Pink Milk stream last night. They had their last stream last night, and I wanted to. I was just so tired, and I was watching the weddings episode of Love is Blind. Just comfortable on the couch down there, but everybody I went back and watched it, and everybody had such great things to say, and I am gonna forever be sad that I didn't go on there. But they'll do another stream just for me. Just for me to come on.
Well, you're the queen of the gays, I think you said.
I didn't say that.
How quickly you pull back.
I did not say that.
That's funny. Someone told me that you were queen of the gays.
Look, we need to have more queer Star Wars meetups.
That was such a fun night.
Jay said, and yes, Mollie is gay icon of the Star Wars fandom. It is written. I mean, if Chase says it, then it is written. So I guess I can't argue with
Your
that.
song is written.
Where are we at with super chats? I lost my train of thought. Jamie Dorr has the next one. Thank you so much, Jamie. Hi again. I canceled my Disney Plus subscription yesterday. Since I'm unemployed, I can't be too frivolous now, and I pretty much watched what I wanted. That is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what else? I'm trying to think what else I would watch on Disney Plus if it weren't Star Wars related.
The Mighty Ducks show. I haven't watched the second season of it, but Mighty Ducks Game Changers Season 1 was pretty good. I was surprised at how much I liked it. But other than that, I'm I don't even know what Marvel show. Secret Invasion is coming out at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been off my Marvel kick. I'm I'll watch Quantumania when it comes out on Disney Plus eventually.
Yeah.
I'll watch Secret Invasion, I'm sure, but I'm not I haven't had time to to think about Marvel.
I haven't watched any Marvel movies in a while. I didn't watch Black Panther 2. I didn't see Quantumania. I just like I needed a break from Marvel stuff. But like I'm glad we still have a subscription to Disney Plus just cuz for our POV watch-alongs, like there's always a chance that we'll do a Disney movie on
I mean,
those.
there's been occasion where we're just in the mood to watch something, and I like the idea that we could just watch Aladdin whenever we want. I don't know.
Oh, this wasn't on Disney Plus, but we did watch the new Puss in Boots movie a few
That was
nights
very
ago.
cute.
It was cute. I liked it. Elliot Finn, thanks for the next super chat. Anyone else still got post Star Wars Celebration blues? I do really miss getting to hang out with all of our friends that were there. Like, I've been planning stuff for my birthday, which is coming up, and I was realizing that, like, there's so many people that I want to invite to my birthday bar crawl that we're doing next weekend that don't live here. So, boo.
Yeah.
I miss everybody.
That is genuinely the best part, is just hanging out with Star Wars fans and people you don't get to see otherwise. That's my favorite part about Star Wars Celebration. And really, like, we were talking about Tokyo and like, well, let's see who else is going.
Mm-hmm. Which our friend Andy Blanchard did say that he was interested in going, and I missed him at this celebration.
Yeah.
So it will be fun to see if some different people go to this one, if we end up going. Darth Nicholas, thanks for the next super chat. Many fans were bitterly disappointed with the way Clone Commandos were handled in the Bad Batch Season 2, especially in the finale. Essentially, they felt they were nerfed and given the Stormtrooper treatment. What are your thoughts on this? I don't care about Clone Commandos.
I didn't notice anything.
I mean, maybe I should, but I don't.
I need you to do a sticker. 16 goes like right there.
This one?
Yeah, 16 goes there. Like
across.
Just,
oh,
make the
I see.
stripe hole. I'm trying to even remember what happened in.
Yeah,
how much were they in?
Lightspeed Bear said, quote unquote, mini fans. I think there were a lot of fans that like the Clone Commandos and probably feel like, yeah, they may have gotten nerfed, but they served their purpose, and I kept comparing them to like frat bros or frat boys that still think that they're useful.
Yeah, I get what you're saying that.
Oh, I put that on crooked. Oops.
Oh, you're just gonna give it back like it.
It's not that crooked. I can try to take it off.
You don't have to. I'm just giving you crap.
I'll mess it up.
Don't mess it up. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just teasing you. Wow.
It's crooked. I lost my touch.
Like I see what you're saying. It's kind of like the Death Troopers in Star Wars Rebels, where they stand out and they're supposed to be a big threat and a lot different, but at this point I think they're just there to be other enemies. What is going on here? Oh.
Someone said, Darth Nicholas says, someone said the Commandos should have taken like 8 shots to get killed instead of 1 shot like they were in the finale. That's always going to be an argument in Star Wars. Like you said, the Death Troopers should be really hard to kill, and they are when they need to be.
I mean, we were talking about this when we were discussing the finale, the Mando finale, where this happens in Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars as well, that Beskar armor is supposed to be, like, it's supposed to protect you until it doesn't. Mm-hmm. And, like, we saw people get shot in the armor and then it knocked them out or killed them or took them out of the fight.
Yeah.
Sabine gets shot in Star Wars Rebels and she falls over and she's fine. A couple Imperial commandos show up, they get shot. Oh, they're dead. Like, and Death Watch, they fly in, they get shot, oh, they're dead. Like, it's inconsistent for sure, but fans care more about that stuff than the creators do.
Yeah, it's like, it feels very George Lucas to be like, they'll be harder to kill if I want them to be harder to kill. If they don't need to be harder to kill, they're gonna go out like punks, like everybody else.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I agree with you that it's a George Lucas way of thinking of, I'm gonna set up this lore, but it only works when I want it to.
Yeah. Oh, here's something that we did talk about. Sam in the chat said, Din gets shot in the armor a ridiculous amount of times. So we brought up the idea that maybe Din's armor is 100% pure Beskar, and the other Mandalorian's armor is maybe a mix.
An alloy.
An alloy.
Well, we saw Bo-Katan stab an Imperial Super Commando. So, okay, in Episode 7, they flew in and the Mandalorians were like, they're wearing Beskar. And we saw them plenty of times get shot and just kind of shrug it off. But then Bo-Katan stabbed straight through one with the Darksaber, and Beskar is supposed to block lightsabers. So it has to be an alloy if we're going to try to rationalize this.
Yeah.
And maybe Mandalorians, they might be wearing alloys as well, but Din with his perfect shiny set of armor.
It's like everyone else is drinking sparkling wine and Din has champagne.
Oh, okay.
Like the real stuff.
The real deal.
From Champagne, France.
Uh-huh. And everyone's like, I'm wearing Beskar, and he's like, sure you are.
Sure you are. Have fun with that, you nerds. Ooh, I like this question from Soulwalker. Thank you for the super chat. Is physical media worth investing in 2023?
I like, not even a all-around question.
I think
so.
I think it is if you want it to be. Like, the only physical media that we invest in now is stuff that we care deeply about. You used to buy DVDs like it was your job, but not anymore. Because we don't have room for them, and we have digital media for so many things, and we have things like Plex, which that's like a whole library of movies that we have access to. But if it's something sentimental, we'll still get the disc for.
It's the way I view it is, what would I want to have if the internet just stopped working forever? Same. Or, if it goes out for a week, or if the power's out, that wouldn't help us. But basically, if we lost access to everything else, it's like, I would want Star Wars on 4K, so I'm gonna have it. Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings, like movies that are really important to me, I'm gonna buy them on physical. Otherwise, I'll stream them. And even now, most of the time, if I want to watch Star Wars, I'll stream it off Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like, getting the discs out is so much work. but it's nice to have the special features and stuff. Like, that's really what they need to do. I guess you can get a lot of the special features on streaming now too.
Yeah.
But
Doomslayer said digital licenses can be pulled from you at any time. That is true, but then D Graves said build your own Plex server. So we have a friend that has an incredible Plex server with like just about anything you would ever want to watch on there. So like we have access to that, and it's like having a full-on library of any show or movie you would ever want to watch. And that's nice to have. So look into Plex if you want a digital library. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you for the next super chat. If South Park characters played Star Wars ones, who's who? So we know who Tag and Bink are. That would be
Terrence
like
and Phillip?
Terrence and Phillip. I don't know why that popped into my head first.
Well, who were you gonna say?
Terrence and Phillip.
That you were gonna say Tag and Bink?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. For Terrence. All right.
Cartman, I guess, is
Palpatine? I mean, Cartman's
either Palpatine or Vader.
Cartman's the most evil character. I haven't watched South Park in a long time, so my references are probably going to be very dated.
Kenny is Jar Jar.
I'm trying to think of. There's got to be a character that.
Or Kenny could be R2D2. That's a good one too.
I'm thinking of it. Yeah, because R2D2 gets like shot or broken and refixed. That's what I was trying to think of. Someone that. Which I know Kenny doesn't die every episode anymore and hasn't for a long time, but that's still in my head how I view Kenny. So. Oh, Ike is Grogu.
Oh, Ike is cute. What's the teacher guy's name?
Mr. Garrison?
Yeah, that's 3PO.
Yeah, okay. Okay. That one.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm fluent in more than 6 million forms of communication. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched an episode of South Park in probably
10 years?
10 plus years.
I think we watched it a little bit when we were first dating and then stopped.
Mr. Mackey?
He's the guidance counselor.
That's the MK guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Butters is Luke.
I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly. Butters was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, it's so hard to think of all the characters. Kyle can be Vader and Anakin. Yeah.
I'm trying to... I mean, Stan is like the... I would have probably cast him as Luke, but I like Butters more. I don't think I would.
I honestly like can't remember so many Star Wars characters. Or
I'm trying to...
South Park characters.
I'm all out of Star Wars characters.
I'm all out. Randy is Biggs. I do remember Randy.
I love Randy, but yeah, that just makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Because of the mustache.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's like so many.
I don't know why I'm like, I got fixated on the emo kids and I'm trying to, maybe they'd be the Ewoks or something. I'm just trying to think of a little gang in Star
Kylo.
Wars. Oh yeah, there you go. The tall emo kid would be Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Or no, they're the Knights of Ren. Perfect.
Okay. Stan can be Kylo Ren because he becomes emo at one point and then decides to not be emo anymore.
Yeah.
And he hangs out with the Knights of Ren.
Perfect. Michael Sunborg has the next super chat. Hi, glad Mollie is back and well. Thank you. Is there a celebration next year? No, there is not. I think from now on, celebration will be every 2 years or every other year from D23. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to swap between D23 and celebration.
Yeah. So sadly, no celebration next year, but honestly, we all need 2 years to save up for Japan if that's what we're all going to do. So.
Yeah, Anaheim and then London back to back in less than a year. That was rough.
Rough stuff. Sean Room, thanks for the next super chat. I see Boba/Cobb rocking the PR cap back there. Yeah, that's where he's going to live for now.
I've asked Goose multiple times for a shipping address, and I think... See, I think he likes that it's back here.
He wants you to ship yourself to him.
Oh.
With the hat. we honestly, we need to take a Chicago trip.
Yeah.
Gus is there. Chase is there. So many people we know are in Chicago. Laura Kelly lives there. Or like at least in the area. We need a Chicago trip. I am demanding it. Darth Nicholas with the next super chat. Also, they felt Scorch was the only commando portrayed competently. Do you think the Bad Batch Season 3 could address this criticism and or improve the portrayal of commandos, or are commandos just OP in Legends? I think it's probably the latter.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna... They're just a different skin of stormtrooper at this point, basically. I mean, they're still going to be there to be in charge of TK troopers. I still think they're going to need a couple of stun shots to go down like that one did in Tipping Point. I think they're going to be slightly more powerful, but they're not going to be superhuman or anything.
Right.
I would just say, look at the Death Troopers in Star Wars Rebels and set your expectations around that.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and read these because they're kind of relevant. Also from Darth Nicholas. When I refer to Legends Commandos being OP, I'm referring to their Katarn class armor, which I hear could sustain even laser cannon blasts.
That is OP.
Yeah, that's very much OP. Also, Darth Nicholas says, have you ever read Karen Travis's Republic Commando books? If so, are they worth my time? And did you like her take on Mandos before George and Dave retconned that?
I have not read those. Those, I think, were coming out when I was in college, kind of going through my own personal dark times. Not like emotionally, but just that I didn't have as much time to be into Star Wars, so I missed stuff like the Old Republic MMO is something I never got into, and the books of that era I never got into either. But I know that there was a lot that Karen Travis set up, I think, around Clan Scarata. And yeah, in those books, like, the Commandos were the stars of the show, the story. So I think they were probably written to be a little more powerful.
Yeah. Javi B put this in chat, and I just want to acknowledge that I do read chat. I don't just read super chats. I mostly stick to super chats, like reading them out loud and discussing them. But they said, Mollie, I hope you see this. Just wanted to drop in and say I've been a long-time sub of the channel and really appreciate all you do. I think of you guys as the face of the positive Star Wars fandom. Thank you so much. That is very nice of you to say. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. There are a lot of us. Beyond just us in the Star Wars positive fandom.
There are dozens of us.
There's more than that.
Yeah. I'm kidding. Elliot Finn, thank you for the next super chat. I spent more on my bro than myself at the Star Wars Celebration store.
Oh, that's nice.
He sent me a shopping list. Then my card got declined, so I had to figure that out. Fun Star Wars Celebration times. Oh no. Yeah, like I said, by the time we got there, they were out of a lot, so that probably was a good thing because it saved us a lot of money.
Yeah.
I did not buy probably 80%, 90% of the things that I wanted because they didn't have it. So you lucked out. We would have been...
I ran in right before her and hid a bunch of stuff.
No! Honestly, I'm kind of sad we didn't get the teacups. If we weren't traveling across the sea, like if that had been available at Anaheim, I might have bought the teacups because I think those were really cute.
I would have been nervous traveling with those. I was nervous traveling... Oh, Hilo knocked this over. I was nervous traveling with the 3D printed lightsaber.
Did you glue that piece on?
I have not yet, but it's...
Oh, okay.
It stays on, it's just loose. So I still have to glue that in.
Darth Nicholas has the next super chat. Is it just me, or do Star Wars comics double down on the blood? Could this have something to do with the narrower, more mature audience Star Wars comics generally attract? Even the Bad Batch Season 2, The Outpost, had blood. I mean, yeah, anytime you can make things a little more gory looking, they're gonna do that, but we can't do that in the animated shows to have the same rating, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think you can show, like, blood in the snow, but if someone's excessively bleeding while they get shot, that's different. But yeah, the comics I do think are more violent. Like, they're not... Because they're still images, I think they can get away with a little bit more. And yeah, I do think that most of the comic readers, especially for the Marvel runs, are on the older side. The Dark Horse stuff those are the all ages comics. But I've thought since 2015, I was like, oh, the people who want a more mature, quote unquote, Star Wars should just read the comics.
Yeah.
I honestly think they pulled back more than they used to. The earlier runs in 2015, I remember being like, whoa, this is intense.
And Samuel Rogers pointed out that the only Star Wars movie that has blood in it was A New Hope. And that's only because the Acolyte, let me put my nerd glasses on, the Acolyte species, their blood boils at a higher point, so the lightsaber can't cauterize the wound, and that's why there was blood. So, yeah. We don't need blood in Star Wars. We just don't.
That's not true, though.
What?
The Return of the Jedi has blood in it. Han, when he's tending to Leia's wound after she gets shot, he has blood on his fingertips.
Ew. Gross.
Oh, okay.
Like her blood?
Yeah.
Oh, the way you said it just sounded like he just was walking around with bloody hands.
No, he was tending to her wound.
Oh. Gross. Well, that's fine. It was the 70s and early 80s. Like, they didn't care about whether or not there was blood in Star Wars, but now they do. Oh, wait, Finn had blood on his helmet.
Yeah.
All right. But that was, like, very symbolic.
Uh-huh. That's, the Aqualish fact is one of my favorites just because it's so like,
nerdy.
Unnecessary. It's just like, look, it was made in the 70s and they hadn't decided how lightsabers worked yet. And so just, there's blood there, accept it. But, you know, someone in a reference book one day was like, but Aqualish blood has a higher boiling point. And you're like, okay.
That is one of the
like,
nerdiest facts in Star Wars, and I love it.
I mean, it's funny, but I think it also set a precedent of, like, everything must be explained. Which I guess gave me a job, so.
Hi, Andy. Andy Blanchard showed up in the chat and said, blood in The Force Awakens, Finn's buddy was all bloodied after his blaster wound. That is true. But we were talking about you earlier, Andy, and how we want you to come to Japan for Celebration if we go. That will be our deciding factor. Or even
if we don't, you still should go.
Yeah, that will be our deciding factor. Peter Caragaris. Oh, it's about that time that I can't read.
Karargans? I can't read
Caragaris. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Thank you for the super chat. It must have been maybe a sticker in chat because I don't see a message, but if you have a message, put it in chat and I'll read it.
Cool. Just made a tiny little window, but in a fun way.
Bounty Hunter Breaks, thank you for the next super chat. Since you enjoyed The Expanse, have you ever watched Babylon 5? Both had epic stories.
I've not.
Remember the Cant. I don't know what that means.
The Canterbury is the ship that explodes that sets off everything in The Expanse.
Oh.
So, but I've not watched Babylon 5. I've heard great things. It's probably something we would enjoy.
Why Babylon 5? Is there what's 1 through 4?
The same reason there's a Yavin 4, and that's the important one. I don't know.
I just...
do you think that was like a sequel to a series of movies? Oh, yeah. No, it's the name of the series.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the 5th of a series.
Babylon 1 through 4, terrible. But you have to watch them to understand Babylon 5, which is totally worth it. I've only heard good things about Babylon 5.
Yeah. I don't know. If we ever get the time, I might check it out. If I get COVID again, maybe I'll check out Babylon 5. Darth Nicholas, thank you for the next super chat. When bringing up Gideon's clones, I forgot to give a shout out to the Sovereign Protectors, the lame knockoff Praetorian Guards from Tross, who managed to go out in an even punkier fashion than the Knights of Ren.
I was trying to think
the Sovereign Protectors.
We were on our walk with Hilo yesterday, and I was like, what did they call the new Praetorian Guards? And I could not for the life of me remember. Thank you. It's been bugging me for a day.
I honestly don't even remember them, so yeah, they definitely went out like punks. But shout out to them for going out like punks, because
good for you.
That's like a high honor in Star Wars. Mr. Whisper, thank you for the next super chat. When is Kathleen Kennedy's contract up for renewal? Do you think she'll somehow be retained after the current state of the franchise? I don't have any idea about when contracts are up. I don't know if she'll stick around for much longer, because honestly, I think that woman deserves to be able to retire. But because she was so excited about announcing the new film slate for Star Wars, I think maybe she'll be around for a while to see that through. What do you think?
I also have no... Ooh, that felt wrong. I also have no idea when the contracts are up or not, but I also have no qualms about the current state of Star Wars, so I don't get... I've never cared about who was in charge, and the whole Kathleen Kennedy becoming a scapegoat, this weird boogeyman for people to lump everything they dislike onto her. That's your fault, and everything so they like bizarre. Is someone else's cause. They did this with no help from her. It's so bizarre.
The people who have it out for her like that, they need frickin' therapy. Just period. They need therapy. Because, yeah, the idea that you're putting all of your complaints onto one person who is literally in charge of all of Lucasfilm right now.
Well, I remember people talking about, oh, well, the Mandalorian's great because she's not involved with it, or, because they're doing stuff that she doesn't want them to do. And it's what do you think is happening?
She would be I don't know, that's John and Dave's baby over there. I have nothing to do with it.
Jon Favreau is shooting the Mandalorian secretly in a lot until Kathleen Kennedy comes out with the hose to scare them away.
Yeah, she comes out get out of my yard.
What?
You use.
How do you think this works?
She has to sign off on everything that Star Wars does. Period. So yeah, you can tell yourself that she didn't have anything to do with the one thing that you like in Star Wars, but it's not true.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a little heated.
Well, it's dumb, so.
Yeah. Austin Newell, thank you for the next super chat. Did you hear Dave Filoni in the Mando finale say Plo Koon and the Clone Wars at the ending at the bar? I'm 90% sure he said it, but no one's mentioned it. You can overhear them at the bar talking?
I'd have to rewatch it again, but I did not catch that at all.
I didn't either. But
I was not looking for that either.
It would be funny if he just snuck those words in there.
I could see it. I could see it happening.
That would be funny. I also, Brian and Jake pointed out that if you listen closely to in the last episode, not the finale, but the one before that, the Anzellan that walks past Grogu and is like, "No squeeze."
Oh, right.
At the very end, it sounds like he says
"F this, I'm out of here."
Yeah, I'm out here, mother effers. Really quickly, and we listened to it a couple of times, and I just think it happens to sound that way.
It's just gibberish, but it's one of those things that it's that sounds like it accidentally sounds vulgar.
Bad baby, no squeezy. I love the Anzellans so much, and how they talk. It's so cute. Darth Nicholas, thank you for the next one. If you were given the choice of bringing any clone from canon or Legends into the Bad Batch Season 3, who would it be?
I'll take Wolf off the list because we know he's coming. We saw him in the footage at Celebration. I want to see Dogma. I want to see what he's up to. Or Slip. That'd be a good one. Slick.
Slick.
Slip was in the Bad Batch. But Dogma was the one that shot Pong Krell. And I would like to catch up with him.
Yeah. I don't super know or like feel very attached to any clones, but someone in the chat brought up 99, so like...
No, I mean... He's gone, but...
If I could have anyone come back...
If I could turn back time...
If I could turn... No. It would be 99, I guess, but only because I can't think of any other ones that I would want to bring back.
It's a fitting one just because they're called Clone Force 99. If they could, even if it's a hologram of them or if they referenced him, that would be nice.
Honestly, yeah, Cody. I know Cody is like probably going to come back up at some point.
I think so.
But just to really double down on how much I want him to come back, I will say Cody.
It's like he's already been in the show, so I didn't want to say him. I'm talking a new clone, but I am like, okay, where'd he go?
Yeah.
Miss you.
Andy said, or Sev. Did they save Sev? I never read the books.
No, I think Sev is one of the Republic Commandos, and he's in the game, and he goes MIA during the Battle of Kashyyyk, and I don't think we ever learned what happened to him.
Charles from Accounting has the next super chat. Love that screen name. Since Grogu was accepted as a foundling, do you think any of the coverts members could be near human species like Pantoran or Mirialan, since they'd still fit the helmets?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
That would be great, honestly. Like, I was so sure that we would get a scene in this season of all of them taking their helmets off and being like, yeah, I stand with Mandalore, and I stand with the idea that we don't have to follow this stupid rule anymore. But I think it would be nice if some of the people under those helmets were of another species.
Yeah. I mean, they made a big deal of it in season 1 that Mandalorian's not a race, it's a creed. And I love that everyone's arguing the armor and axe woves, and everyone is like, oh, Mandalorians have to keep their helmets on. No, they don't. And it's like, what does it mean to be a Mandalorian? That baby's definitely a Mandalorian. That tiny little baby. Little baby? Yeah, he's one of us.
That can barely walk?
Yep. Definitely a Mandalorian. Come on in.
There's no way we could get a helmet on his head with those ears.
Grogu, you're fine. Everyone else were mad at you.
Jared Paradin has the next super chat. Hey guys, I want to know what your favorite movies of 2023 are so far, and what the best Star Wars content of the year is as well. Ooh, okay, best of the year so far.
This is why I keep a list of what I watch.
Maybe this is a hot take, but I'm gonna say Bad Batch.
Oh, the best Star Wars of the year? You're gonna start with that?
Yep. Bad Batch did not skip a beat for me until Tech died. Then it skipped a little bit of a beat for me.
I think I'm gonna go hot, even hotter take maybe.
Ooh.
The book Cataclysm, I think, is the most just on edge I was reading experiencing a Star Wars story. I mean, that's tough.
I haven't. I've just barely started it, so I can't say.
If we're Mandalorian season 3 as a whole, I think weirdly I prefer Cataclysm, but the episode The Spies. Now I keep thinking of more stuff. The Spies episode is one of my favorite episodes of The Mandalorian. The Bad Batch episode with Cody, and the one with Mayday. Those are two of the best animated Star Wars stories, I think. I love both of those.
Yeah. I gotta give a special shout out to Battle Scars, because that book was incredible.
I don't think I'd put it in my top favorites, but we're just listing things at this point, and that's fine.
I really loved it. And also, we are spoiled in the way that we have already gotten to play a few hours of Survivor because we went to that event. And so I think we could potentially add Survivor into that category just because we've played a little bit of it.
I'm holding off because the story is the most important part to me for me to judge it. The gameplay, everything about that as a game seems to be a huge improvement over Fallen Order, which I already loved. So that's good. But I'm waiting to experience the story in full. Also, I have to bring up the Keller and Beck moment because that was just one of my favorite Star Wars things ever.
Yeah.
Is having Keller and Beck be the one to save Grogu.
As far as the best movies of 2023 goes, I really liked Scream 6. Is that the one that we saw recently? Scream 6 was great.
Let me see what we've seen.
Oh, the D&D movie.
Oh, I really liked that, yeah.
That was so fun. Like, that movie was miles higher than what I expected it to be, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. In fact, I want to see it again.
Yeah. I'm looking at, so we have seen, not all of these, okay, I have seen, and not all of these are from 2023, but this year we have watched Megan, The Menu, Wakanda Forever, that was me, Glorious, that movie Tony made us watch, Scream 6, Dungeons and Dragons. I saw Wolfwalkers on the Plane. That was awesome. I watched that because of Cartoon Saloon and Star Wars Visions, and I was like, Wolfwalkers was great. We watched John Wick 3 the other night and Puss in Boots 2. Of those, I think the Dungeons and Dragons movie was super fun. Like, just a lighthearted adventure that also reminded me of playing D&D with my friends and being like, oh, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. Megan was fun, but it didn't live up to the hype that
Malignant
did.
I mean, what can, really?
Yeah.
Good luck topping that, James Wan. Malignant is amazing.
I forgot about The Menu, though. That movie was incredible, and that is like the exact kind of movie that I think I am attracted to, like the dark comedy aspect of it.
Yeah.
I've loved.
Pretty sure that came out last year, but we saw it this year, so that's okay.
Oh, Cocaine Bear. We
started that.
We started it, and I put a stop to that because I was like, I can't waste my time with this.
I'll probably finish it. We got halfway through it.
I mean,
it didn't really grab me either.
Maybe I just wasn't in the mood, but I was kind of just like, no, this ain't it. I don't even, as silly as it is, it's not silly enough to keep my attention. And I was like, turn something else on.
I agree with you, but it bugs me when I start something and don't finish it, so I'll probably finish it. Maybe the last half is just amazing.
Maybe. The park ranger lady was kind of like taking me out of it because she was like so over the top silly.
Put number 5, one of those, on that.
Okay. Darth Nicholas has the next super chat. Since we have a High Republic Jedi appearing in Survivor, what are the chances of seeing an Old Republic Jedi, whether in Survivor or a potential sequel?
Well, we're talking 1,000, well, I guess just 1,000 years before the game.
How'd I do?
It's good. Good job. It's not crooked.
Probably a little crooked still.
It's actually not. It looks pretty good. I would say they're low because I think that Lucasfilm probably wants to establish that era somewhere else before, like, kind of, sort of setting it up in a game. Although I'm like, part of me is still wondering if Baylan Skoll and Shin from Ahsoka, I'm wondering if they're very old Jedi or Sith or something. That seems just something about their armor and their lightsabers. I'm like, that stuff looks old.
Yeah, well, and you mentioned that, and you also, I think you said something about the way he was using his lightsaber. Like, the way he was fighting was very just, like, old school, maybe?
It was more just, like, methodical. He seemed, like, very... like he was going through a form instead of, like, organically. Instead of doing what I would do. Like, oh, crap.
Instead of having a basically a lightsaber with training wheels, which is what the Inquisitor spinning sabers are, is lightsaber training on training wheels. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think they're saving Old Republic stuff for something big, but we could start seeing it pop up soon. Just like little hints of stuff.
Yeah. Well, like, technically, the Dawn of the Jedi is going to be within the Old Republic era. It's, like, really, really way back there.
Yeah.
But I think they will probably want to let the movies start to dictate what all that looks like before they get into it with a game.
Yeah. Kitty has the next super chat. Thank you so much, Kitty. Now that we know Vern is in the Acolyte, what other recognizable High Republic characters / themes do you expect / want to see? Also, only 7 days till Survivor. The Survivor hype is coming on strong, and I am enjoying it. What other High Republic characters do we want to see?
There's this really cool Jedi Master that I would love to get the chance to see on screen. His name is Yoda. He's really old, very wise.
Yeah. What's the species? What's the planet?
I don't know.
No answers?
I don't know. Yarl Poof. Let's get Yarl Poof to speak on screen.
Oh my God.
That's not in Robot Chicken, but still give him the same voice.
Let's have Yarl Poof and Appa Rancisis in a scene together so that we can just appreciate the bizarreness of the two of those characters.
Okay, genuinely though, Tara Sinube. Bring him. He was in Kenobi, kinda, but I would genuinely enjoy that.
Obviously having, what's his name?
Oh gosh.
Oh my God, what is his name? The Blade of Bardata.
Oh, Porter?
Porter Engle, yeah.
The Akruki live a decent length of time, so yeah, Porter would be great.
Porter would be fun. That Jedi that's basically just a cloud of gas.
Oh yeah. There's the Gas Jedi, and there's also the Jelly Jedi.
The Jelly Jedi. Honestly, I just want to see those species. I obviously don't remember the name, so I must not care that much about that specific one.
I think most of the...
Orbelin.
He's the Jelly Jedi.
He's the Jelly one. What
also,
am I thinking of? The Gas
he
Jedi.
died.
Can you really kill a Jelly Jedi?
He seemed pretty dead. Maybe not. I might be wrong. I mean, like, I had that same thought, but it sure seemed like he died. Lorna D killed him. Or shot him in the head.
Blue Bantha said, Gas Jedi. Haha, that's my spirit animal. Same. Geode. Oh my God, if we got Geode in live action.
Yeah. You know what? So I asked Claudia Gray at Celebration. I need to release that interview because I filmed an interview with all the authors that were there, and I asked her, okay, I was
my question.
Yeah, Mollie asked about what he's up to in phase 2. And I said something about what was he like as like a little pebble. And then she said, she actually dropped some lore and said Vintians are actually bigger when they're younger. And they like erode and get smaller.
Oh.
So Geode later on, by the time of the Acolyte, might be a little rock.
Little guy.
Like a little pet rock.
It'll be like the rocks from Everything
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Someone's gonna put googly eyes on him. But honestly, yeah, if they could find a way to translate Geode into live action,
that is a breakthrough fact for Geode, I think.
There's something about Geode that I'm like, I don't know if this would work outside of a book. Just the way it's written is so wonderful and perfect that I don't know if they could translate it as well onto the screen, but I would love for them to try.
Someone in chat had my exact same idea for the joke.
Oh, really?
So
the punk rock
phase. That was my specific question that I wanted Alex to ask in this interview, was that did Geode have a punk rock phase in his earlier years, which I just thought was hilarious.
And so did they. I think Mike Siglane said, well played.
All right, we got to move on because we're falling behind again. The Freaked Out Duck has the next super chat. What group or race would you like to see get more screen time similar to the Mandos?
Oh, easy. And I think I'll let you answer first because I think we have the same answer.
The Night Sisters?
Yep.
Yeah. I love Marin, and I love all of the lore that we're getting through Marin's thoughts in Battle Scars, like about just her time as a Night Sister. So, yeah, definitely more Night Sister stuff. Period.
Yeah, that seems like the most obvious answer to me, or at least that's what I want as well. They're an interesting group that we didn't get to spend enough time with in the Clone Wars. Mm-hmm. And it's you can read Courtship of Princess Leia and stuff, but that iteration of the Night Sisters or the Witches of Dathomir is different.
Darth Nicholas has the next one here. Will the Hue return for Survivor? HU.
Oh, they're the band that made the song for like that.
Oh, the tribal music?
Yeah, the throat singing kind of.
Yeah.
Mongolian. They are a Mongolian band.
Okay. And then they continue with, which band would you most like to see release a song for a Star Wars game?
Oh
for
my
me,
gosh.
It would be Iron Maiden. If they made a song about Dune, surely they can do one about Star Wars. Oh my god. Where do I begin?
So, first, you can see this in the footage that they released, but there's like a DJ robot that's like one of the cosmetics that you can get is like music. I did not look through all of it, but there are, I think, several songs, and they might all be songs from the movies. I don't know if it's all new music, but there might be some new stuff to experience in the game musically. As far as what I would want,
I have a real dumb answer.
Okay.
I want Good Charlotte to make a Star Wars song.
Why them? I mean, I'm not gonna fight you on that, but
I was gonna say My Chemical Romance or Fall Out Boy, which I think those two bands would super destroy a Star Wars song, like, in the best way. But for me personally, I liked Good Charlotte more than those bands.
I do like Good Charlotte.
I listened to their albums more, so that's why I'm picking them.
Well, one of my favorite additions to lore from the book Star Wars Hunters Battle for the Arena is gonk rock as a new type of music, which to me sounds like punk rock or something. Like, I would love to hear the Star Wars version of like pop punk or emo, which is like my general favorite genre of music. So the Good Charlotte is a nice choice. Obviously, I'd love for some Motion City soundtrack, Cloud City soundtrack, I guess.
Recovery Hacker in the chat has my new top answer, which is Tool.
Oh yeah, they would fit well, I think.
I freaking love Tool.
Tool's great.
I listened to so much Tool back in the day, Yeah, that is a great answer. Muse is another good one.
I think Muse would do well, that's another band that is one of my absolute favorites, and they write such cinematic, epic music that I think they could do well.
Let's get a baseball scene from Twilight, but in Star Wars.
Okay.
Lady Gaga, obviously. Scotty, obviously. Yes, I want Lady Gaga in Star Wars. She's just now getting her moment in Batman. So, like, she's going to be in the new Joker movie, which I am very excited for. So, I'm giving her some room. Because after that, I want her in Star Wars.
I think she would play a great, weird, like, alien singer. Kind of like the diva in Fifth Element.
Yeah. If Lizzo and Jack Black can be in Star Wars, I am going to officially petition for Lady Gaga to be in it. Michaelitos, thank you for the next super chat. Not really a question, just think you guys are awesome. Think you guys do awesome content. Favorite Star Wars channel on YouTube. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That is a high honor if we are someone's favorite Star Wars channel on YouTube. There's a lot to choose from. So, like, if that's true, that's a high honor.
I remember back in the day when I was just starting out, and it was Hello Greedo, Jin Sarai, and Evan Nova 95, and that was
I only know one of those.
That was it. Yeah, I think Evan Nova and Jin Sarai, I don't know if they still make videos, but back then I was like, those are the three.
And props to Hello Greedo for still doing it.
Yeah. And that, I mean, Jin Sarai, oh god, what'd I do wrong?
Hello Greedo is one of those content creators / people, because we have met him in person, that, like, I think I'll always have respect for, and I'll always be excited to see any content that they put out, because we know a little bit about what he's doing in his own, like, personal life as a person and not a content creator. And it's like really cool that he is still putting time and effort into the Star Wars stuff and into the live streams and videos and stuff.
Oh, I
Did
made
you
an
mess
error.
up?
I can fix this.
Anthony Fields, thank you for the next one. I have a very important question. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Almost enough.
Almost enough. Is that a tongue twister?
Yeah.
Because I read that with
you nailed that.
Way too much ease. That means I'm the perfect amount of tipsy.
It's supposed to be a tongue twister, but not from Mollie.
What's up, PLD Projects? Thank you so much for the next super chat. Mollie Damon, first of her name, Queen of the Gays, wielder of inside farts.
Uh-oh. Well, that's gonna stick.
That's my name now. Please call me by all of my titles going forward.
I liked someone last night pointing out all of Grogu's titles, because he's racking them up too.
Oh yeah, Grogu has been knighted, so he is Grogu, son of Din Djarin. Well, Din Grogu, son of Din Djarin.
Grogu, son of Din Djarin. Jedi apprentice, Mandalorian apprentice.
Jedi,
and
or Knight of the whatever planet Lizzo
Independent Regions or something like that. Knight of the Order of the Independent Regions.
Yeah. Oh, and then Chazertron added a very important part, Chaos of Cavities. So, yes.
Sticker.
I will only answer to those titles from now on.
Okay.
Is this another...
The same sticker, yeah.
This one? Thank you, PLD. I will cherish those titles. Lesmond Degant has the next one. I see my BB1... BB1?
B1?
Yeah.
British B1? BB1?
British B1. I was like, BB1. I am honored. Heart emoji. Did you notice the Grogu Force Shield music was the same light side Hilo theme. I guess they were both Luke's students.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've always noticed that Grogu's music sounds a little similar. I don't know if they're the exact same notes. Oh, how'd you do?
No, I did good.
Oh, okay.
I was like almost perfect.
You are perfect.
Almost perfect. I'm happy with that. Anakin Crespin has the next one. Who were the spies? Elia Kane and someone else? Question mark?
Watch tomorrow's video, or we'll answer it now.
Yeah, the whole spies thing, boy, oh boy. Did we and lots of other people overthink that title?
Yep.
Did we or didn't we?
We did. We absolutely did.
And, you know, looking back, it just feels silly that we were like, who's the other spy? It's got to be the armorer, right? No, it's Axe Woves. No, it's this. But yeah, it was a biblical reference, which honestly, I'm kind of impressed that you didn't catch that right away. That maybe like that means
I've been to Sunday school in a while.
That's true.
It's a reference that it is a reference to the 12 Israelite spies that scouted ahead to the promised land that God promised to the Israelites, and they scouted ahead to see that it was inhabited, and they came back and reported back, and then they had to go attack and defeat the Canaanites to take the promised land. So the Mandalorians themselves, that whole group, they were the spies. I did not realize that on my own. Someone named Edward on our Patreon sent me that, and I was like, that makes so much sense from the archetypal mythological standpoint that Jon Favreau clearly loves. And I saw people talking about it on Twitter as well. But yeah, the spies are the Mandalorians.
The spies were the friends we made along the way.
Which, you said that last night, and I was like, that is accurate, because it's a bunch of friends that they had to make. They had to make nice with these Mandalorians that they weren't sure about. And now they're friends.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Sean Sully?
Hey, Sean.
He said, I'm here for Bible Explained. Please no. But also, like, it comes in handy.
Yeah.
For things like this.
I mean, I liked that explanation. When I figured it out, I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, Star Wars pulls from mythology.
Yeah,
so.
It feels like so right when you read about what the 12 spies are biblically, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. Charles from Accounting has a great super chat. Weird request, but can one of you look into the camera and tell my girlfriend to finish Clone Wars?
Finish the Clone Wars. I was waiting for a name, but
It's just girlfriend.
Okay.
Charles from Accounting's girlfriend, finish the Clone Wars if you want to. You don't have to, but like, you should. But only if you want to.
It's real good. You should do it. You can be the reasonable. You be good cop and I'll be bad cop.
Yeah.
Finish it.
Do it if you have time.
No, finish it.
If you want.
Do it, though.
It's okay if you don't.
I'm going to be mad if you don't.
Do it only so you can go on and watch Rebels, which is the better show. Ooh.
Oh. Today Mollie chose violence.
PLD Projects with another super chat. The Clone Commandos were much tougher back when they were trained by a Mandalorian based on Ed Harris.
That's
See
Clan Scarada.
Call Scarada.
Yeah.
That checks out.
I have to get in front of the camera to put this gun.
Oh my gosh.
Oops. Oh, this is so fragile.
Recovery Hacker has been a Biggs Mega Fans member for 1 whole month. Also, I did see earlier in the chat, and I should have pointed it out then, but I think it was Reefton pointed out that we've almost had a year
Have we really?
of Big's mega fans. But they said, thank you for being a source of positivity and inclusivity in an environment that can reward toxic behavior for short-term gains. Stay awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We are on our last bag, by the way.
Oh my god, we're gonna do it!
We're gonna finish. I think the actual ship is almost done, if not done, because the rest is like the little sign, which is why I gave you that.
I was like, that's a big piece for a sticker.
Also, it looks like I missed a sticker.
Oh yeah, 15, wherever that goes.
It has 14 is probably a match for it. I'll find it.
14 has like a yellow around it, yellow background.
Then maybe I mean 16.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is like the most important sticker.
I know, I gotta concentrate, so I'm gonna read the next 2 super chats for you to discuss, and then I'm gonna concentrate. The next 2 are from Ice. Thank you so much, Ice. Hi guys, got some final Mando thoughts for y'all. The Praetorian Guard were sick. I was so scared when they converged on Grogu. I don't think I've ever been that scared for his safety, but I loved him messing with them. It was like Yoda trolling the battle droids, and I loved it.
Yeah. What I was most afraid of, I was like, in no way is Grogu going to be harmed in this. I thought the doors were going to close, and we would not get to see Grogu kick their asses. I thought Din would deal with Gideon, and then he would open the doors, and the Praetorian Guards would all be lying there, and Grogu would be like, what took you so long? But he would just babble it.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
All right, I think I got that on like pretty perfectly, if I do say so myself. You checked that little dimple in the middle, but that's because of the piece.
Okay.
And not me.
Okay. No, it is on there perfect.
I don't believe you.
It is.
Yeah, so last night on the stream, I drew my favorite part, which was literally Grogu laughing at the Praetorian Guard.
I did like that.
Just in the subtitles, it just says laughs as he's like up on that beam, jumping around, just like teasing them.
Can't get me.
I thought that was hilarious. ME has the next super chat. Thank you so much. What were your day jobs before YouTube? So my day job before YouTube, I worked in the camera business for a long time, mostly retail for like a long, long time. And then I started working for a company that buys and resells used camera equipment. So like camera bodies, lenses, anything photography related. So the last job that I had before we did YouTube full time was that, basically QCing used camera equipment to resell. Kind of boring, but my retail job had a lot of ups and downs. Like there was a good chunk of time there that I got to work with some really fun people, but overall I was just like so done with working retail. I couldn't handle it anymore.
My last job was working as the marketing director for a local business that is still like 15 minutes from where we're at. Making videos for their products, doing their social media, their email marketing campaigns and that stuff. And I've basically worked in video marketing for my entire career.
So you knew exactly what you were doing when you were like, I can do this YouTube thing.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it helped for sure.
Ice has the next one. I thought it was a great touch that Bo-Katan had her line, "Mandalorians are stronger together," then right after, Din and Grogu join in to fight Gideon. That was a moment that had me pumping my fist.
I think that was the point, is that Gideon took the Darksaber from her, but then she saw them come out, and she was like, I don't need that. I have them. Yeah, I don't think that was a coincidence that she said that line.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Steve Mermelstein. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. They put in chat, KEH, I used them. Yeah, I did work for KEH for a long time. That wasn't my last job before doing this full time, but I did work at KEH. I worked at KEH, and then I did Peachtree camera repair, which was fun. All of it had fun times, but honestly, KH did a lot to ruin me. But I will say, a lot of people that I worked with at KH taught me everything I needed to learn about cameras in order for me to get my next job. So that was...
Also, I don't know anything about cameras, really. So Mollie makes all the streams look good.
That's true. I gotta make myself look good.
It's so easy.
It was less about repair, Chazertron. Like, I didn't really do many repairs unless it was very simple stuff. It was like me assessing whether or not it needed a repair and then sending it to the people that could actually repair it. Andrew Law Art, thank you for the next super chat. I would love to have seen the scene where Gideon explains losing his command ship and Dark Troopers to the Shadow Council.
That would have been funny. I wonder if they gave him the Dark Troopers, though, or if that was like his own project, or... I'm curious to see how connected, I don't know, this Shadow Council is. Gideon was complaining that Pelion and Hux take all the resources, and did he make his own Dark Troopers? Did he make his own Dark Trooper armor?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
What's going on there?
What's going on?
I like to think that he did make his own Dark Trooper armor, and it sucked. It was not good.
It seemed pretty good.
It was alright. John Boo says the next super chat, were there any modders with tricked out Vespas at Celebration London?
Not that I saw. I'm trying to recall if I...
Not that I saw either, unfortunately. That sounds like it would have been cool.
That sounds like something that could happen at DragonCon, because they have a big parade. So people driving tricked out Vespas would make sense there.
Yeah, I mean, we know people that made their own sandcrawler for the DragonCon parade.
Like, genuinely, it's the size of a bus.
Yeah.
They store it in a bus, drive it downtown, then build the sandcrawler around a school bus, and then drive it down the street. It's insane.
Yeah, that is dedication. It's going to be hard to top that. Darth Nicholas has the next one. Are clone commandos such a lost cause to Clone Force 99 that they're okay with killing them like they did in the finale, unlike other clones?
I don't think they're going to mourn their loss.
But, like, are they such a lost cause to Clone Force 99 that they're okay with killing them? I think...
Oh, I gotcha. I thought you meant to the Empire.
No. Like, I think they're going to do what they feel like needs to be done. And, like, killing clones is always going to be less favorable than stunning them and just getting away. But, I don't know. Like, are the clone commandos... definitely clones?
Yeah.
Or could they just be people with the clone commando outfits on?
I think they're definitely clones.
Maybe.
Also, I did not lose that sticker. That last sticker goes on that.
Oh.
The brown part goes up. Like on the...
This part?
Yeah. It goes brown up here, gray down there.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I agree. I think that the Bad Batch is always going to try to stun clones first. Mm-hmm. Except for Crosshair, apparently.
Yeah. Well...
Or what? No, he was shooting TK troopers. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, that one was real crooked. I'm sorry, I
You're
need
really
dinner.
phoning it in.
I need dinner. And we have to do a stream after this. Oh boy. I'll get a snack. I got some watermelon down there. Aki Cheesy has the next super chat. Hi again from Japan. Japanese fans are crazy excited that Star Wars Celebration 2025 will be held in Japan. It's too early to predict, but what do you think will be the biggest announcement?
Hopefully, a movie trailer.
Oh, for Filoni's movie, maybe?
Whatever is next.
Yeah.
I think Filoni's movie is not going to be the 2025 movie.
You think the Rey movie will be that one?
That sound from like rumors and leaks and stuff that were coming out. I guess they're just rumors. That seems like it's next on the plate, on the schedule.
I would be so hyped for that. Actually, yeah, that makes sense because...
Like James Mangold is doing indie right now, so it's not like he's actively working on it and filming. He's doing press and stuff. Filoni, I think, has to wait for the Mandoverse to build up to that. So, and I think that's more than 2 years away. So, I think the 2025 movie is either going to be the New Jedi Order or whatever Taika's doing, if that's still out there.
Well, in 2025, that'll be the 10-year anniversary of Force Awakens.
That makes sense, yeah.
So I think that would be a good time to start really pushing Rey's movie.
Yep.
And I really hope the full cast, like most, if not all, the full cast of Force Awakens is there for that. Ugh, that's gonna be so cool. A long expected soundscape. Thank you for the next super chat. Hey, how long after Fallen Star do you think Phase 3 of the High Republic will be?
A year. Because they said that.
Oh.
They actually announced that at the panel. So we have that as confirmation.
1 whole year, huh?
Yep.
Oh, what did I just do?
What did you do?
Sometimes I really hate this laptop. Or just using laptop.
You just don't know how laptops work.
Touchpads in general. Turtle 3000 has the next one. I never got to catch you guys live. Just wanted to send some love and appreciation. Thanks again, Mollie and Alex. May the force be with you.
Thank you.
you.
Oh, I was like, what am I building? And I realized it's a blurg.
Wait. Oh, to go
with
inside?
Khalil. Yeah, I guess it can.
Oh.
But yeah, this is done. I have finished the Razor Crest. I'm building a blurg right now.
Calm Like a Bomb, aka 12th Dragon, has the next super chat. It might just be that I'm going through the books right now, but I'd love to see a movie adaptation of Darth Bane.
I love those books.
I would love that as well. I think that would be really, really cool. And I really hope they're saving his return to live action for like a big movie release or something, like a new show, something big.
I think that is on the table because it is a George Lucas character, not as written in that trilogy, but he did create Darth Bane. So I think there's potential there, whether or not they adapt those books specifically. But yeah, those books rock.
I like this question. Chazertron 5000, thank you for the next super chat. What type of YouTube videos would you love to see the Mando characters take on in real life? Board game reviews with Paz Vizsla and Axe Woves? Food reviews with Grogu? Beauty tips with the Armorer?
You think the Armorer puts makeup on her?
Oh, I mean, yes, I hope so.
I don't think we're going to top board game reviews with Axe and Paz. That's the best idea of them arguing over rules and trying to figure things out and playing games together. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of all of their reviews, they have to just like stop themselves from arguing and be like, you know what? It's just a game. And they do a friendly handshake.
Or they all end in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Grogu doing a food channel. Kuil doing like dog training. something along those lines. He can do blurg training, but I'm trying to translate it into the real world.
Yeah.
Animal training.
Din doing like a vlog style channel about parenting tips.
And being bad at it.
And being
like...
real bad at it. Ooh, maybe a new one. Maybe Bo-Katan starts a new channel, and it's gardening with Bo-Katan on Mandalore.
Ooh, I like that.
How to garden.
Mm-hmm. Boat upkeep with the survivors on Mandalore.
Yep. Kimpo.
One more. Like something with Pelly, and I don't want to say car repair. It needs to be worse than that. Honestly, she would be
reviewing things.
She would probably do like fake stuff on YouTube just to make a buck.
Pranks, like a prank show.
That or just make up news.
She would do a prank show with the pit droids.
I do like that.
Yeah. Junkyard Wars.
Junkyard Wars, yeah.
That would be so funny. Speed dating would be a good one too.
Speed dating's great. That's a good idea.
Fake scoops.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, she would totally lie on the internet for money.
Oh yeah. Hot Ones with Anakin. Too close.
Oh, come on.
Maddie said that one. That would be good. All right. Kimpo sent a super chat. I don't see a message here. Maybe it was a sticker in the chat, but thank you. I'm going to try to go quick with the rest of these because we got to get out of here in about 25 minutes. Or 20 minutes. It's 8:09.
Oh, crap. Okay. I'm almost done.
We've got like 20 minutes to go before we have to be on another show. We're going to go talk on Apocalypse with Jake and Brian more about the Mando finale. So I'm going to speed through the rest of these. Joel Ramirez, thank you so much for the next super chat. Question, is there a specific point in canon where the public learns the truth about the Emperor in the fall of the Republic?
I don't think so. Not yet. It seems like a few people know, but it's not like public knowledge. I'm trying to remember the book Force Collector, because that's kind of about a kid living in the sequel trilogy era, and they're learning about the Jedi and realizing how much propaganda they've heard. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, the Jedi weren't like that at all. So I think it was kind of information that was out there, because definitely some people have talked about Palpatine being a Sith Lord, but I don't know how widely spread it went. It's kind of vague right now.
Yeah, it's hard to say whether or not the public in general knew what really was going on behind the scenes, but I mean, they did show, Rebels showed that Palpatine would hide his true appearance, says Samuel Rogers in chat. That's true. So I think he tried to hide what was really going on, and I think most people were probably just blind to it.
Well, it's like in Last Jedi, Luke tells Rey, Darth Sidious wiped out the Jedi and took over the Republic, and she doesn't go, wait, what?
Yeah, so, she's not shocked.
Yeah, so I think it was probably known, but there's not, as far as I remember,
There's not a specific point in time where Leia came out and said, "Hey everyone, that guy was a Sith Lord."
Mm-hmm. And everyone went, "Wait a second.
What now?
Have we been bamboozled?" Kimpo did send in another super chat that says, "Can you do a Tales of the Jedi timeline?" That?
The show or the comics?
Ooh, that I don't know. But, I mean, from what we've seen so far in Tales of the Jedi, we'll definitely see that in the canon timeline.
Yep.
Which is coming out May 4th.
Honestly, Tales of the Jedi made the Phantom Menace part of the timeline really annoying.
Azrayan sent a super chat in with no message, but we appreciate it. Thank you for your support. If you have a message, send it in chat and I'll keep an eye out for it. Spooderman 24, thank you for the next super chat. What stand do you have the Falcon on?
Oh, boy.
Alex is not a fan of that stand.
No. I got... Oh, that's right. I have a stand for this that is supposedly much better. I got like a Lego stand that I had to build. I thought that would be cool. And I had to take like the landing gear off of it. And the whole thing fell apart when I tried to put it on. So it's some Lego stand. Don't get it. Just get an acrylic stand. That's what I got for this. I see Mollie's excited about something, so I'm trying to wrap up. Just get like an acrylic stand that it'll slide into and it'll fit and it'll be easy and your hard work won't collapse.
I'll go ahead and read the next super chat from Jeff GL of 2814. Elia Kane and Dr. Pershing just got announced for DragonCon.
Yay!
Yay!
That's cool.
Ooh.
That's dope.
Hold me back, y'all. Hold me back.
I was wondering what you were so excited about.
I want her
and
to
it was
pick
worth
me up.
It was worth the build up. Yeah.
I just want her to pick me up and hold me. Sorry. Yeah, we could probably maybe swing an interview with them.
I think so. I mean, they're probably going to be in high demand, so it'll probably be a group interview. But...
And be like, remember me from Twitter?
And they'll be like, yeah, weirdo.
That's very exciting.
I'd love to do an interview with the two of them together. That'd be cool.
Yeah, the two of them together would be really fun. Kimpo, thank you for the next one. Do you agree Jedi... Oh my gosh. Jedi attain Termukan and Darman Scarada son should be introduced. Callan Mirren kid would be cool. Callan Mirren's kid would be cool too.
So that's basically the answer, if I'm remembering correctly. That's the answer to a question of like, can clone troopers have kids? Well, this one did, if I'm remembering correctly, and they had a child with a Jedi. I don't know why they would need to be introduced in canon right now, just because neither of those characters have been talked about at all. I think it's fine head canon to be like, they're out there somewhere, but I don't know what purpose it would serve right now for them to be in any story.
Yeah, I don't know who those characters are, so I'm just gonna go along with what you say. Also, Sandy Hughes in chat said, I'm gay for Katie O'Brien. Same. I think we all are. Fanporium, thank you for the next super chat. Sorry if I'm rushing the rest of these. We gotta get going soon because we have to be on a show at 8:30. I lost track of the photo stream. Did y'all end up getting a Biggs bin shot? Oh, the photo.
No, we did not. We did not get... Well, we had like a far away shot,
kind of,
but not a close one.
Yeah, we didn't go up close to the Big Ben enough to like get a better Biggs bin shot, but you did get one.
Yeah, it was just far away. So we kind of did.
Kind of. Garrett Roden, Do you think that Gideon is still alive? Because the one who died did not have a mustache, but the real Gideon did. Thoughts?
No, he's dead.
God. The mustache theory is sending me, to be honest. But he's dead.
I think he's dead.
He has to be dead. I don't care what kind of mustache you do or don't have. I think he's got to be dead. Coleslaw, thank you for the next one. I really enjoyed Mando Season 3. Even Guns for Hire, a.k.a. Mandalorian meets DeLorean Man.
DeLorean Man.
Yeah. I loved seeing him in Star Wars. That just like
I
made
love
my
Christopher Lloyd, yeah.
made my heart happy. I was sad that he was the bad guy of that episode, but still.
There's always a chance he could come back.
Ice, thank you for the next one. I loved that before Gideon's death, we got to see Din, Bo-Katan, and Grogu all fighting against him together. Seeing their unity where he's alone is very thematically powerful. I love that Grogu got to get a hit/push in on him.
The little knee slide that he does for that was the best.
Oh,
I love it.
adorable.
I'm obsessed with that.
So cute. So cute. His little knee slide.
There are pieces in here that are not part of this build. That's confusing. Oh, wait.
I'll read the next two from Darth Nicholas. Apparently the RC books, Republic Commando books, have a clone age reversing technology, parentheses, another Scarada invention, I think. Could we see such tech in canon soon, especially as it concerns Rex and Ahsoka?
Yeah, I think that's to keep Rex around. I wonder if they're gonna have to say something, because he'd be getting up there.
Yeah, that would be interesting if they did introduce something to retcon the fact that the age difference and all that.
Yeah, just to be like, we figured out a way that you won't age twice as fast now, so yay.
Yeah. Huh. John Liang, thank you for the super chat. I don't see a message, but we appreciate your support. If you have one, put it in the chat. Darth Nicholas goes on to say, thank goodness I'm not the only Star Wars fan with no qualms about the current state of the franchise. It's so funny how no one credits Disney when they actually enjoy something. Plus, if it wasn't for Kathleen Kennedy, we would have no Andor. It's true.
Yep.
Kathleen Kennedy put a lot of faith in Tony Gilroy and his plans for the Andor show, and I think they worked out great.
It's like every showrunner comes out and says, like, thank you, Kathleen Kennedy, for having faith in us and doing XYZ, and like everyone that just wants to throw their blame on Kathleen Kennedy just goes la 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 during that part, and they're like, nope, they were forced to say that, and it's like, what kind of freaking conspiracy theory are you subscribing to?
Yeah, that's just how people who are angry and trying to make money off of their anger, that's how that works. Like, they only make content revolving around what makes them angry because that makes other people angry, and together, like, they're just
this anger ball of sadness.
Yeah, they echo each other so much, and it makes people like that a lot of money. But when you start to like talk rationally from both sides, interest goes down by like a lot, and people are like, I don't care.
Yeah,
they're being wishy-washy. Like, what? All right, just a couple more here. We got 10 minutes to go. Ice has the next two. Loved Grogu saving them from all the flames. The music and visuals in that were absolutely stunning. Great call back to season 1 and show of his progress. True, he didn't need a nap.
He just sat down.
He just needed
He did something way bigger and was like, I'm just gonna sit.
He needed a little sit down. And like he saved his energy for that moment, which shows progress.
Keep talking. I'm gonna look for Grogu and Din because I put them somewhere.
I love the look on Bo-Katan's face, in particular when Grogu saved them from the flames. She looked absolutely stunned. I was half expecting her to ask Din, did you teach him that? Bit of a running gag this season. I liked it. Yeah.
That would have been nice.
That would have been really cute. Don Herbert has the next super chat. Moff Gideon's neighborhood with Beskar cardigan. Oh, like, what's his name? Mr. Rogers. It's about that time for me to like start talking gibberish. Sweet Feet Pete, thank you for the next one. I just finished this set. It's a work of art. It's looking pretty good.
I just finished. It's done.
It's done.
I did it.
Why don't you turn her on her side a little bit so people can really appreciate the 3D of it all.
It's about as much room as we have, I think.
Oh, Jeff GL of 2814 also says in the next super chat, oh, I forgot that Freddie Prinze Jr. also got announced for DragonCon.
Whoa! Maybe Sarah Michelle Gellar's gonna go.
I hope so. Oh my god, no way. If she was there, she would probably like not announce that she was there and just be there to enjoy Atlanta.
Yeah, so we just have to find Freddie and follow him.
No, that's weird. That's weird. Darth Watts has the last one here. I blew up to 6,000 subscribers recently. Amazing.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Congrats. Oh, and Claire Carr in the chat said, wow, congrats on finishing such a cool build.
This was fun. It was a good one. Lots of neat stuff in it.
Yeah. Looks good. I can't wait to mess with it.
Yeah, don't you touch it. I have the stand around here somewhere. I said don't. Stop it.
Yes, 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 yes.
No.
Yes.
I have to find the stand and build that next, but
there are some compartments that open, like these little side pieces. That's not me, that's Chazertron in the chat.
I know there are, but you're just gonna start yanking on things like you did with the Star Destroyer. You were like, oh, this moves, crack.
Nuh-uh.
Pulled it right off.
I'm not touching it.
You can touch it.
All right. That's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Tune in to Apocaflix if you want to continue this train of fun over there. And we're going to talk with Jake and Brian and the rest of the gang about the Mando finale. So we're going to go do that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are excited to be back home and doing our regular routine of live streams and the LEGO live streams. There won't be any more live show streams for Wednesdays, but we're going to keep doing these.
We'll keep doing something.
Yeah. So thanks again to everyone who tuned in. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in super chats. Y'all are the reason that we got to go to London and will be the reason for us to go to Japan if that's the direction that we end up going. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.